we'll continue our recoding functions. If we look here, I have, it looks familiar, our temperature data. I make the data frame. I have the two lists, which are labels. I add the labels to the index and column values. And you can see I have -999 as the missing data. I use the replace method in Pandas, and I replace -999 with the text word missing. And the text word missing is not the system missing. Notice I use in place equals true, and I don't assign this to a new data frame, so that makes the change happen in the data frame. You remember in the past, if I did this without the in place, it would assign it to a new value, and if I didn't assign it to a new value, it would just disappear into the ether. So as you can see, we have the word missing where all the -999s are. Now this does not replace it as the system missing value in Pandas or NumPy, which is what we want to do next. Because if without that, the things like drop NA and averages wouldn't work. So what we do is we use the replace and change it to NA. Now NA is the only reason NA works is because up here I have imported the NumPy NaN or system missing as NA. And that, so NA doesn't mean anything. The only thing it means is it is what I typed in up here as the system missing from NumPy. So NA is not a key word. So don't just put NA and expect it to work, because it's not going to work. You have to import NumPy, the NaN, from NumPy as something. And as you can see, we test it. I do a drop NA, and sure enough, it drops out here. So let's get back and doing some more recoding. And now we're going to do some recoding back on our student data. So I create the student data. I use the dictionary to map the school information based on department. But what happens if the schools merge? Well, what we can do is we can use our recode, our replace that we were doing, to replace, instead of using a single value, we can use multiple values. So if you look here, there's a list, and inside the list there's two values, and we're going to do SCIS and nursing, and it matches up with SISH and SENHS. So now whenever it finds SCIS in the school column, it's going to replace it with nursing. Nursing is going to replace it. SCIS is going to replace it with the first item in this list. Second one going to be in this list. So you could have 5 or 6 in this. They just match up to each list. So it's first, second, third here. And if we run that, you can see we have our original data. And then we add the school information in based on the department. And then we change the schools based on the school value using a list. And that's it for Recode.